And here we are at the reviewing area, and here we have this action figure that we're going to be reviewing from Comic-Con.
Yes, and Colton does not know much of Masters of the Universe. Now, I think Colton has seen the He-Man cartoons from the 1980s, so he's not totally doesn't know anything about it. He just doesn't know much about the characters or the toys, and there was a lot. There was a lot for Masters of the Universe. There was a lot of characters, good and bad, and they did look good. In today's time, what they did was they brought back the original stuff, but they just added more articulation. So, like I said, you're not going to see too many of these Masters of the Universe on this channel. It's just one of the things that will pop up maybe from time to time. I do like Skeletor. I've always liked Skeletor's motif, the way he looks. And some of the main bad guys. I mean, you know, they got it going on. So, I'm not going to say that we won't do Masters of the Universe at all. I'm just saying it's going to be a rare deal. And me and Colton talked, and, you know, Colton pretty much feels the same way. So, you know, this is one line that me and my brother did not really get off into. The cartoon was there. The figures were there. We saw them at K&B Toys. We knew about them. But it just didn't resonate with us. Now, we did have a couple of Masters of the Universe. One was Man-E-Faces. Man-E-Faces. And I think we had 3 more. But it was always a lot of Transformers, G.I. Joes, a little bit of Thundercats, which we're going to get off into a lot of Mask. So this is just going back to my past. So this is be the first time Colton has ever messed with this type of figure.
Yes.
From this line, because he knows nothing about it. He knows a little bit about the cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this that we're taking a look at is Masters of the Universe, or I guess you can call it just He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah. It's
well, because this is just Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, that's fine.
So this is Masters of the Universe Faker. Evil. Oh, I'm gonna have to zoom in here. Evil robot of Skeletor.
Right.
Now, evil robot of Skeletor means that this is like a clone for
They made Faker, and it was an evil He-Man. He's the opposite of He-Man, which He-Man stood for good. Faker stands for evil and destruction.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it was an evil robot that Skeletor made, him and his henchmen. I mean, you know, so they kind of made him, programmed him, and everything else. But the difference is he's blue.
So this is like a blue He-Man.
Yeah,
figure?
but evil.
But evil.
Yeah, but evil. So yeah, he's got all the armor and stuff like that, like He-Man, and I'm pretty sure he moves like He-Man. I don't know. I don't have the other He-Man to this. You know, so like I said, this is new for me.
And also for me, new. And up here it says new for 21.
I have no idea. New for 21. I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're talking about 2021. Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what they're going for.
So could be. I don't know exactly when this guy was released. It tells you how much I know about it, so I don't. We are learning this together. And believe me, there's people out there who can actually tell us what this is. So I'm, you know, I know that they're going to say something. So I mean, you know, I just don't know much about it.
And here on the box, it says modern posing retro play. And behind this Faker He-Man, you get a comic book, right?
Yes. There is a comic book.
And here it says
Mattel.
Mattel, which is the company that makes toys at the time.
Yes, well, Mattel still makes He-Man and Masters of the Universe figures. At the time, in the 80s, it was, if I'm right, Filmation that made the cartoon He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and Mattel made the action figures.
Yes. I think you might be right. And going to the back here, up at the top, you have a nice, like, action pack here. And like I said, it includes a comic book here. And up here it does have some words here. It says, the robotic replica faker lures the heroes of Eternia into deadly traps.
So right here on the art, stuff like that, I'm fisting to get out my pen as soon as I get out of my pocket. That's Man-He faces right there. That's Man-He faces, and that is Ram Man. Man-He faces, Ram Man, that's Fakor. And off in the background, that's actually He-Man.
Okay. And you do have some words here. It says, modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe action figures. Masters of the Universe origins give you the power to pose Eternia's greatest warriors as retro-style figures or in new action-packed battle positions.
Okay, so basically all they're saying is we upgraded the articulation. We kept the same molds, we just added some things to make it more posable. That's all it said. Just in very high word terms.
But here you do have your cross cells here, like you have He-Man and Faker, which we have Skeletor, Fisto, Evelyn, and Merman.
Right, Merman.
And these two, I think it tells you what it can do.
Yes.
Yes.
It says, remove chest armor to reveal robotic reveal.
Okay.
And next one, twist into powerful battle positions. So
I'm guessing the twist in battle position means it has like an action feature.
Yeah, it may have a spring in it where you kind of roll it half back and it snaps back. We'll have to see.
And on the bottom, you just have like words and barcodes and other stuff. And that's it for the box.
That is it for the box.
So now we're just gonna crack them open on camera.
Yes. This is unboxing, unrevealing, or however y'all want to say it. Probably unboxing would be better instead of unrevealing. Unboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
And I can tell it's really simple. But I am going to try and be very careful because there's a comic book here.
Yep, that's about right. All the glue and all that stuff and cardback and cardboard and now you got to get your fingers in there, try and find something to rip it open with. And don't rip open your fingers, but just rip it open. You want me to get my fingernail in there? Yeah, he's still working with it. Yeah, he's still working with it. All right, let me see it. Let me see it. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Now, that's the problem with fingernails. I can turn screws with them. They're so tough.
So that's that. And I am going to keep the card here because it has some instructions here so I can know what this can do.
Yeah.
But here you go. Ooh.
And there we go. We went, oop.
And here we got the comic book, I think. Yes, it is. And this looks like little
Instructions.
or
Nice. Well, I don't know.
or I think it tells you. Yep. Removable parts. Okay. And here it says remove and swap parts. Okay. So I guess you can just rip off the limbs and put it on other figures.
I don't know. It's new one to me. Yay, there we go. Looks like he's in a real big bind now.
And this might be the part where needs some to snip this.
Snips.
But I don't have any.
All right.
Well, actually, I think I.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, he found some. Okay. Everybody's like, well, we want to see. He just left us. Okay, he's back.
It's a rubber band.
It is a rubber band.
Okay. And it's also held with tape. This might be the accessories. There we go. And he is free. Okay. And he does have some more rubber bands on. Okay. Okay. And here he is. Here is Faker out of his box. And he is a blue He-Man.
Yes, he is a blue He-Man.
Just a fake.
Yeah, he is a blue faker He-Man.
And my dad is reading the comic book.
Yes, I had to look over there because I wanted to see what they said. Okay, yes, this is Faker. So, I can see where they say they did update the articulation. They gave it more posability. And this is a fake He-Man. So
let's get a closer look here. How do you feel about the color scheme of this fake He-Man?
it looks like a redheaded Smurf. That's just my opinion. It looks like a redheaded Smurf.
Are you like okay with the color scheme?
The colors, yeah, I guess, you can definitely tell it's Skeletor, you can tell that it's like, has a Skeletor-ish kind of look to him.
But here's a closer look at the head sculpt, and the head sculpt does look nice.
Yes. Now put your 2 fingers on his head and try and no like this. I want to see something. Okay. Okay. No, that's solid.
Oh,
Who remembers back then the He-Mans where you could put your fingers on their heads and squish them? Yeah, at one time back in the 80s that we had He-Man that you can put your fingers on and you could squish their heads. I remember that. It was weird. But anyway, I didn't think you could do it today's time. No, you can't.
the hair on this new one is just a solid piece of plastic.
Yes. Yes. So take his arms, turn them all the way around, see if they can go all the way around.
After I show the detail work. And the paint job, the parts that I can tell that are painted are the bracelets here and this black thing around his waist, which is supposed to be like a belt. Oh, and even on his eyes. And his teeth here are painted in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got white teeth. Blue face, white teeth.
But the rest is just blue and purple and orange and red plastic.
Yeah.
And my thoughts about the color scheme here, I'm also I guess you can call meh with the color scheme. Well, like you said, it was kind of meh.
Yeah. He's an evil Smurf.
But it isn't a clone of Skeletor.
Well, yeah. He-Man.
Well, He-Man.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it actually Skeletor. I don't know what Skeletor looks like right now. So
A clone of He-Man is what I meant to say.
So if I'm right, you can also take off his accessories. We'll do that here in a minute.
You can, but I have to get to the articulation.
I can see where they say that they added more. I can see. Back then, the He-Man, the old ones that just posable was the legs and the arms and the head. I don't remember if they have waist articulation. I don't remember. I know the arms, the legs. I don't remember if the waist had articulation. Hey, y'all remind me if the He-Mans from the 1980s with the squishy heads and stuff like that, if you could move the waist, if they had waist articulation. I don't remember.
But for articulation, head can swivel all the way around, move up and down on... Okay. The head, from what I can feel, is on a ball joint. On the head and the base of the neck. And he can look up that far and can look down about that far. Arms. Okay. Arms can rotate all the way around, move in and out. No bicep swivel. Yeah, no. But he does have elbow joint and can rotate at the elbow. Hands can swivel and have a hinge joint here that can move up and down like this on both hands. Waist swivel. The legs can move forward about that far, can move back only about that far, move in and out. No thigh swivel, but you do have a knee joint, swivel at the knee, and the boots do swivel here, move up and down at the feet, and you do have ankle pivot. And that's it. So you can still get them into some good poses. Well, some of the articulation is kind of restricted.
Yes.
But
Well-
because he doesn't have any bicep swivel or thigh swivel.
Well, that's just the way that they make the molds. I mean, some of it's articulated, some of it, it's just, that's how they made it.
And not even an ab articulation.
But I will say this, you wouldn't get this much articulation with the 1980s Fakor. There's more articulation in this than the 1980s Fakor, that's for sure. So, I mean, they did upgrade a lot compared to the 1980s Fakor. And it was there. And if I'm right, that Fakor looked blue too.
And he does only come with one accessory, and right now I'm trying to...
Okay, while he's getting that out, y'all, hey, tell me I'm not imagining this, but didn't He-Man, Masters of the Universe in 1980s, didn't they have squishy heads? It sounds weird, but we have Merman, I remember, and I used to squish his head, and just refresh my mind, tell me I'm not dreaming about that. If I'm right, 1980s, the heads you can squish on, I'm not sure if it was all of them, but the couple of them that we had, I know 2 of them you could squish their heads. And they were like soft plastic or soft rubber. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay, the only accessory that he comes with is his sword here, which is just all orange here.
It's supposed to replica He-Man's sword of Grayskull. But
Yeah.
this is Fakor, so it's not that sword. It's not Castle Grayskull's sword. It's Fakor's fake Castle Grayskull sword. Ooh, I had to slow down when I said that. That was a whole lot there.
And
It should fit. It should. I don't see why not.
oh.
There it is.
There we go. Okay, yeah. And it does fit in his hand. You just have to kind of maneuver the fingers to get him to grip it.
Right. To get them to grip it.
And that is all the accessories that he comes with. So now for the... Oh, well, actually, well, like you saw, he does come with this little included comic book, which says Masters of the Universe Sucker Punch.
Yes, I've already looked through some. I'm just gonna give you a little thumb note. So Fisto's with He-Man, and then He-Man starts going crazy, and so they bring out I forgot the name of that shark. And then Fisto's in like a little jail, and then He-Man is. So he thought it was He-Man, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And then he finds out that it's Fakor. So Fisto pretty much lays him out.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much lays him out. So then we get to there's Skeletor, Evil N with Fakor down there, Merman, and of course down there at the very bottom, Skeletor has done made a whole bunch of Fakors.
And that's the end of this little comic.
Yeah.
And on the back of the comic, you, of course, get the cross cells here.
Right.
But for this little instructions here that you saw, I think this is where you can remove some parts off of him. I think you could.
I don't know. Well, there you go. Yeah, and then you just snap his head right off. Hey.
And like put it on other figures. Or.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we never try to rip parts off. I guess you can. You can just okay. I don't think you can do that with the legs. It don't say anything about.
Well, you can remove the waist, is what it says.
Okay.
And the boots.
Yep. Well, there you go. So you can actually build a He-Man. How about that?
And you can remove his hands for what it says here in the instructions. Because like I already showed you, it says here, removable parts and remove and swap parts.
Okay.
So I guess you can remove some of the parts and put it on other He-Man action figures.
I guess so. That's crazy. You couldn't do that with the 1980s. No. You pull the head off, it's just gone. You pull them in half, it's just, nope, that's it. No. I forgot how the He-Mans were constructed in the 1980s. I remember taking one apart and looking at it. But it's been too long ago.
But on the box, for what it says, this armor part does remove to reveal robotic details. So
We're going to take his armor off.
So I think you can remove it by this tab here. Yep. Like that. And then try and take it off of him.
Right.
To reveal the robotic parts. And already I can see it.
You can see the robotic parts. Yep.
And yep, here they are. And this is just, yep, it's painted on, not stickers. Did the originals, if you remember, have sticker?
I don't know. I do not know. Good question. Maybe somebody down there in the comments can tell us. I do not have a clue because we didn't collect them that much, so I don't know a whole lot about them.
But that's how he looks like without his armor, to reveal the robotic parts.
Yes.
And here at the bottom, here, where it says twists into powerful battle positions. I think that's talking about the articulation.
Probably. Yeah.
His, when I read this, I thought it was going to have like an action feature to it, but from what y'all saw, no, it doesn't. It's just fully posable. I think that's what this says. Because nowhere from what I felt or moved has an action feature to it.
Yep.
And that's it. That is it for
Fakor.
Fakor. Oh, fake. Or actually Faker.
Yeah, that's what I said. Faker.
It was, you said Fakor.
Yeah, Faker. What was it? Faker. Faker. Fakor.
You were saying Fakor.
Faker. Faker.
This has an E, not an O.
That has an E. Faker. Well, how do you say it?
It says Faker.
Faker.
You've been saying fake or.
Well, that's just the way I talk. I can't help it. I got a grammar lesson from my son. Fakor. Faker. Faker. Fakor. Hey, don't. Okay. However Colton says to say it, that's how you say it. Not the way I say it. Because evidently I put too much into it. That's just the way I talk. I can't help it. Anyway, Faker. Yeah.
Yes, Faker.
Faker.
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyways, we'll be back with our final thoughts here.